Okay, I wanted to show you really quick the standard algorithm for dividing a fraction by a fraction. So I have 3/4 divided by 1/2. And what you need to remember is keep, change, and flip. And the change is you change the division sign to multiplication, and the flip is the reciprocal of the second fraction. Oops, I'm sorry that it's fuzzy. So, let me explain to you what a reciprocal is. A reciprocal is the opposite of a fraction. So if I have 1/2, its reciprocal would be 2/1, because reciprocals are, if you multiply the two together, your answer will be 1. So if I'm going to keep the first fraction the same, I do that. I change the division sign to a multiplication sign, and I flip the second fraction over. I get 3 times 2 equals 6. 4 times 1 is 4. I then need to simplify this fraction greater than 1. 4 goes into 6 one time with 2 left over. So you can have 1 2/4, or you know that 2/4 is the same as 1 1/2. And if I drew that picture out, you guys will see why that works. If I have 3/4 of this thing, let me just shade in the 3/4 part. I have 3/4, and I want to know how many halves are in this. This is half, right? There's one of them. Do this. This is the 3/4, and I'm dividing by the half. I have half of a half left over, right? So there's half of that left over, so it becomes 1 and 1/2. I have one group and 1/2. So let me do another one really quickly. Let's do another problem. Let's do 1/4 divided by 1/8. How many 8s are in 1/4? So I can rewrite that. I'm going to keep the 1/4 the same. I'm going to change the division sign to a multiplication sign, and I'm going to flip the second fraction. I get 8/4. 4 divides into 8 2 times. And if I draw the picture out, guys, I have 1/4, right? Here's my 1/4. But if I'm making 8, I want to know how many 8s are in there. I got to break these all up, right, into 8s. And there are 2 8s in that 4th. That's why the reciprocal works. So let's do one more problem. I'm going to do 4/9 divided by 2/3 divided by 5/6. So the key when you're doing this is you're going to do one section first and then the other section. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this part. 4/9 change 3/2. What does that equal? Well, I'm going to teach you a really quick fun trick. You can do what's called cross cancellation. You can simplify diagonal pairs. So if I look at 4 and 2, the greatest factor that goes into both of those is 2. So I can divide 2 by 2, 2 divided by 2, and I can get 1. 2 goes into 4 2 times. So now I have 2 and 1 here. If I'm looking at 3 and 9, 3 divided by 3 equals 1. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So now I have the problem 2 times 1 over 3 times 1, which equals 2/3. I'm now going to take that 2/3 and divide it by 5/6. 2/3 times 6 over 5, because I change and then I flip. I'm going to cross cancel these just to make it easier for me. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 2 equals 4. 1 times 5 equals 5. Now, if I do that problem without cross canceling, I can still do the same problem, but it's going to be a lot bigger. And let me show you. I'm going to take that 4/9. I'm going to change and flip to 3/2, and that equals 4 times 3 equals 12. 9 times 2 equals 18. Then I'm going to multiply that by the 6/5. Now I'm dealing with a lot bigger numbers, aren't I? 12 times 6, 72. 18 times 5, well, 10 times 5 is 50. 8 times 5 is 40, so that's going to be 90. I then would need to simplify that to 4/5. And that takes a little bit of time because a lot of you don't know, but 72 I can divide by, I'll do it easily. 72 I can divide it by 9 really quickly, and I get 8/10, and then I can divide both of those by 2 and get 4/5. So that's a lot, and on your paper today, your homework today, your classwork today, you need to do all of these problems except for 9 and 10. And then I want you to think about 11 and see if you can do it, and we'll talk about it in class on Monday when we come back. Have a good day, guys, and I think you can do this.